maybe. At 38, no.
And so, what was your take on how Andrew Luck walked away from the game?
I'm not surprised by it, but how he did it, that's another thing. Because with the fans booing and whatnot. But then again, what did you expect? How do you think the fans were going to take it? I mean, as I was telling my significant other, you've heard of the term left for desertion, right?
Correct.
Well, that's how the fans felt. He left and deserted him.
Right.
Then I should say. So naturally, they're going to get all bent out of shape and like, how can you do this to us? I see the tickets and look what you've done. You dirty, no good. I want to go home and turn my ticket and throw up.
I mean, Lewis, I don't have any problem with it. I mean, if he doesn't want, I think the major reason for him, he doesn't want to go through rehab again. And I mean, I don't blame him.
Okay.
I've never been seriously
Good
injured
point.
where I had rehab, but I think he got to the point where he was tired of going through rehab. He didn't want to go through that again. And whatever that injury is, the quad, the ankle, the bone, whatever the heck it is, because the Colts never really told us what happened. For some off-the-wall reason, they've hid his injuries from us. They hide it from the media for some off-the-wall reason. I don't know why, but
I get it.
Yeah. So I mean, if it's that severe, obviously it's severe enough where he has to go through rehab again. And if that's the case, then he doesn't want to go through it. Well, then he doesn't want to get his body banged up anymore. So walk away while you're still healthy. And you know what? Who knows? I mean, I think he kind of said he wasn't going to come back. You never know. I mean, look, Brett Favre came back twice. So who knows? We don't really know. And we really don't know what it is. I guess we'll find out later on. But I don't blame him for walking away, and I don't blame Barry Sanders for walking away when he did also. So, I don't.
Well, to quote the song from Amy Winehouse, all I can say is, "You tell me I should go to rehab, but I said no, no, no." I know, that's terrible. I know.
And if there's one person that needed rehab, it was her, and she never did. It would have saved her life. So
right, but but I wouldn't rule out that he could come back too. I mean, there's a possibility he could.
I think he takes a year or two off, and then I think he gets that ball itch again and comes back. I mean,
because some do that.
He had absolutely huge shoes to fill when he got drafted by the Colts. I mean, you have to replace a legend. I mean, it seemed to be a little bit more easier for Aaron Rodgers than it did for him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and my apologies for trying to be a Stephen A. Smith.
All good.
That's my worst fear, becoming another one of him. Ugh.
Oh no, you're fine.
I know, but I think I just did have an impression of him, and that's the last thing I want to do. Yeah. But that's okay. I mean, it had to come out.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it was. Well, I think the biggest thing with the fans there in Indianapolis was the timing. It was the timing of him retiring. He should have did it before the season started, before training camp started. I think that's why they feel the way they do. That's where I think the fans are pissed off. They did boo him. As we all know, we saw them boo him. So, it's interesting to say, but again, I think we see him back. In all honesty, I really honestly do think he comes back.
Oh yeah, he will.
Bucs are
I wouldn't put it past it.
I just took a sack. Well, that's a dumb move. You were on the 3-yard line. You took a sack. That's beautiful. Only in Tampa Bay. And they got Ryan Griffin in there. I'm really surprised that he's starting the game because he's their backup quarterback. Because Blaine Gabbert got hurt last week, so he's not going to be this. Wow, that's interesting that they didn't put Testaverde Jr. in there to start to play the entire game. That's interesting. Well, I'm sure they'll put him in after the quarter. I'm sure that's what they're going to do. Let's see. What else is going on here is scoreboard-wise here. 16-10 at the half. Pittsburgh is up over Carolina. 7-3. Indy over Cincinnati. 21-6. Atlanta over Jacksonville at the half. Minnesota's up 10-3 at the half. The Jets are up 3-0 over the Eagles at the half. You have Cleveland and Detroit 3-0. The Giants are beating the Patriots 10-9. Redskins 7-3 over Baltimore. 6-0. Chicago over Tennessee. Kansas City's up 3-0 over the Packers. Houston, there's an interesting topic. Who are they going to trade Jadeveon Clowney to? 7-0 over the Rams. The Dolphins 3-0 over the Saints, and there's 3 games that have not started yet. I'm interested to see who he's going to get traded to, because obviously they don't want him in Houston no more, which is baffling me because he can get along with the coach. So that's interesting because he's a big part of that defense along with J.J. Watt. So I'm really surprised that they would let a guy like that go. But, hey, if he can't get along with their head coach, then I guess it's time to go.
I'm not too crazy about Clowney, though. I don't think he's that good.
The Bucs just scored a touchdown. So they're going for the extra point here to go up by 1 point. Let's see here. This is the rookie kicker, Adam Gay. And it is good. Okay, so they're up by 1 point. All right.
Mm-hmm. And by this time next week, it's all for real.
Yeah, that's a good part. Yep, it'll be all for real next Sunday. Well, starting next Thursday. Actually, the first game is next Thursday, and then most of the games will be on Sunday, and then of course the Monday night game. 2 Monday night games in week 1.
Yeah.
Keep thinking about that. So yep.
Yeah. Summer doldrums are over.
Yes, that is true. College football gets into their first week, and then we have the NFL starting next week. So, and then next thing you know, let's see, we'll be turning the calendar to September. We'll be talking about NHL preseason, and the NHL season begins in the early part of October. So we'll be talking about that soon too. Yep.
Yeah, I wonder how the Devils' top draft pick is going to turn out. Oh, look at this. Oh, geez, look at this. He's going. He is gone. Touchdown, Clemson.
I think New Jersey will be, they had a decent season last year. So, I mean, they're a young team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, they're going to be looking up at, the Pittsburghs and, that's the team I think in that division. The Islanders are a tough team. They were a tough team last year.
Oh, don't go there.
So well, this is what I like about the Islanders now. They're not playing in Brooklyn anymore. They're actually moving back to Long Island, which is where they belong. They're building them a new arena. So thank God they're going to be back on Long Island instead of being in Brooklyn, which for the life of me, I know that they moved to Brooklyn because of, a certain reason, but it just didn't work. Hockey doesn't work in Brooklyn. That's more of a basketball town anyways, we all know. As we'll start the season, that'll be starting soon too. The NBA will be starting soon too. So it comes down to, location. So as far as the Devils go, they're going to have a decent season, Luke, this year. I think that pick's going to work out well for them this year. And the Rangers I think the Rangers picked second. So they're going to have another year. So they have, hopefully those two kids will, be, pretty good for both those franchises.
Well, I have somebody that's very close to me who is a Devils fan, and I think the real reason that what happened last year is when Taylor Hall got injured. I mean, they started out so great, but after he got injured, the Devils just lost their momentum. So that was a big key right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because in the early part of the season, the Devils were like 5-0 and whatnot, and it looked like a shoo-in that they were going to make the playoffs. But after Hall got hurt, it just got lost right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to show you that one player out of a line can make a big difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely it can, because I know when Lightning lost Stamkos for a long period of time, that was bad. When they lost Victor Hedman, it was bad. So, yes, one player can make a huge difference for a franchise, especially in hockey. I think kind of like in any sport, if you lose your quarterback or you lose, your one of your pitchers too long, your rotation's completely different. Your quarterback, you got to go to your backup, so it's, everything is revolves around that one player. So you're trying, again, that's the one main cog that you try to do every year is try to stay, off the injury list as long as you can. I mean, you're going to get dinged up. No one finishes the season in perfect health. And, basically half the players don't even start with perfect health. So there you go with that. They're always coming dinged up. So that's the same thing too. It's
part of the game.
Correct. That is correct. You're gonna get dinged up, and you just gotta fight through the pain as much as you can, and have your team ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's that's just how it works. I mean, in a perfect world, nobody would get hurt in it, but this is football, and it's not going to be a perfect world.
Correct. Is there anything else, Lewis, I can talk to you about this evening?
Let's see. We've covered baseball. We've covered football. Any thoughts, though, on the FIBA World Cup? Because Team USA starts play this weekend.
I thought that did they have a game tonight? I thought that they were showing something about
that might have been the last. No, they finished up against Canada yesterday in preseason.
Okay. Because it was I was saw something on my phone earlier that they were playing. So now this is the
that was
women
only a warm up.
Is this the men's
Men.
FIFA Cup? Okay.
Men. Yes.
Hopefully we can show up. That's all I hope. When it comes to men's soccer in the United States, it's always let's hope we can show up.
This is basketball. This is.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
basketball. Is basketball.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the basketball does have a World Cup. A lot of people don't think it exists, but yes, it does. And we have been dominant. We did lose against Australia in a second tune-up game, and that was the first loss we had in 13 years in international play.
One of our star players, Lewis, is the kid from the Utah Jazz, is it not? Who's the leading player for Team USA?
Mitchell?
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell?
That's him. Yes,
Good
Mitchell.
Player.
Yeah.
Good player.
Well, I think the Jazz are going to be a pretty dominant team this year in the Western Conference. I think that they're kind of like the dark horse in that division. Or, I mean, in the conference, excuse me.
Yeah, they are. Yes. They could be a dark horse. I'm just wondering how the Knicks are going to do. I mean, we got a good rookie player, but, from what happened in the last two seasons, they've been anything but, contenders.
Well, it would make Stephen A. Smith the happiest man on the planet if they somehow make the playoffs.
Yeah, I know.
He has got to be the most animated New York Knicks fan I've ever seen on the planet. Every time that
even
something
Spike Lee?
He's on there talking about the Knicks.
I would think Spike Lee was more animated than Steve A. Smith, but then again, you could be right.
I think between the two of them, Lewis, you can't have more passionate fans for the Knicks than those two, by far. I mean, there's no doubt.
How about me?
And you're a passionate fan too. I mean, first of all, to stick with a team. See, this is what makes you a true fan, or makes us true fans, is when your team is going through a rough stretch, and the Knicks have gone through a rough stretch for a long time. To stick with them and go, okay, is this going to be the year that they finally turn it around? Could this be the year that they finally get something going positively? And it may not say they make the playoffs, just have a winning season, or maybe a 500 season, just to kind of get everything. RJ Barrett's going to be a good addition. They're a young team again. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, they play in the Eastern Conference, which, in basketball now, the week of the two, because everyone's out west now. So, I mean, LeBron's out west, So I mean, I think the team in the